Great White Way, kid.
The Great White Way.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Laura.
We're sisters and we're travel partners.
Every destination is a new adventure, especially when one of us is on wheels.
It isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. That's how we roll.
We are back, only this time we're in New York City.
I'm a wanderer, a wanderer, a wandering home. I'm a wanderer, a wanderer. Yeah.
Slightly different backdrop than last time. New York City is again one of the most famous cities in the world. We're actually from the state of New York. We grew up here, but not in the city. We're upstate girls all the way, which is a very different story from New York City. New York State is a really big state. The city actually is only about 1% of New York State's landmass.
It is just a portion of what New York State really is.
But it's where everything happens. Living upstate, you basically put off doing all the touristy New York things that you see in the movies and you hear about in songs, the things that make New York such an iconic place to visit.
So we decided to try our hand at being tourists in New York City, the Big Apple.
Yeah. I'm a wanderer. Road is my home.
Our first step to doing so was to take one of the many routes available and ride the Metro North Railroad right down to Grand Central Station.
Attention at Poughkeepsie. This is a track change.
It's actually fully accessible. We could roll right onto it.
You get on the train and they've got a designated spot for you. Oh, it's next to the lug. Okay, that's interesting.
I am worried about this stuff.
Me too. Every morning in New York should start with a bagel. You just cruise to your destination on this really nice scenic tour of the river.
Just a stranger. As the darkness comes and the danger.
You look so intense. What is wrong with you?
Don't even try.
Get off your train and you roll into Grand Central Station and it's like you're in a totally different world. You know, Grand Central is everything that the name says and makes obvious. It's central and it is grand. One look around that place and you realize that the city is not playing around. You've got like constellations on the ceiling and the ceiling itself is like so high up you feel like you're looking at the sky and you're trying to take it all in, but immediately you're in this flow of people and there's this energy and this buzz that starts the minute you get there.
Grand Central is the largest portal for traveling the entire city of New York. You're in this huge concourse where every door takes you to a different train. I think there are something like 500 subway stations in New York City, and I feel like most of them are right there to take you on all the different lines to head out into the 5 different boroughs. And it really is at the threshold of what people consider to be classic New York. Right out the door of Grand Central Station, you have this opportunity to experience Manhattan as you would think of it.
Snakes in the grass, you always try to bring me down, but I'm just too high. Passing by, I'm in disguise. The vapors hide and the wolves, they smile. Mind is wild, I'm like a child. So fend for yourself, like my style. Yeah.
That kosher deli is like calling my name. Jenny, you want a pickle?
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a wanderer, a wanderer, a wandering soul. I'm a wanderer, a wanderer.
There's a train under here.
If you don't mind, we can help you to
get in. Yeah, that's what I was telling her. He can get closer to.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
To the curb, and then it will be easy. Look at it. Look at it.
She can't. It's okay. We're gonna cruise around the park anyway. Thank you guys.
Wow, look at that section.
Well, the horse cab may not be for us. Not every mode of travel is totally accessible.
Lots of ways to travel around Central Park though, by horse, by bike taxi, by bicycle. You can rent city bikes around here.
By wheelchair.
All right, we gotta get out of here because we are burning daylight. Thanks for saving us. We were like attempting for like 20 minutes trying to hail a cab, so Uber saves the day again.
I don't know why cab wouldn't stop. Sometimes when they see like wheelchair and stuff, they don't like to stop.
You think so?
Yeah, they think it's just too much work
No
for
way.
them, yeah.
I love New York. What can I say?
Do you?
There was a person that I picked up one time, and he was joking. When the construction is done in this New York City, it's gonna be one of the best looking city in the world, and I started laughing because New York City is never gonna be done with construction.
No.
So please.
Yeah.
The level of like beauty and glitz is so obvious right alongside the stuff that's just falling apart.
It is in a constant state of repair and needing to be readjusted and reworked and maintained. I mean, the city has some really questionable things going on. They had cardboard and duct tape to secure curb cuts for access. Wow.
Like an entire interesting. But anyway,
We were like, let's go to Times Square because, again, it's one of these places that you hear about as a must and that you feel like you need to see. If you're going to New York, you need to see it. And we did. We saw it.
I'm chasing destiny, 9 to 5. Keep on moving till I catch a vibe. Light up the night when I come alive. And I'm so laid back, don't even try. Don't even try.
Well, here we are.
here we are.
In Times Square, and you cannot tell what hour of the day it is.
Crazy. There's no such thing as AM or PM here in Times Square.
Ooh, the lights.
I know, the lights are intense.
It's a sensory overload. There are thousands and thousands of people here.
You feel like you're definitely like in the middle of the crush of everything. You're in the thick of it here.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Hey, thank you.
Welcome to New York.
And just like every other city in the world, there's somebody dressed as Elmo. And Spider-Man and everything you could ever imagine. So that's here.
Hi.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Oh, you're in here.
Oh, hi.
Ah.
It's real life. Everybody's hustling.
It definitely represents a lot of energy and the pace that New York has. Seems to be really fast-paced, really energized, and ready to roar. I mean, these people are all hyped up. It could be a riot here, but it's really crazy because it's the middle of the night, and we're in the middle of what appears to be daytime. I mean, I feel like I could do my makeup out here.
Oh my gosh, you totally could. Maybe we should.
Couldn't hurt. There's a lot going on, but what do you do?
Yeah, I know. I think you like get propagandized by the ad. Mustard, please. All right. Well, I guess this is what people do in Times Square. They eat hot dogs. That's about it. That would be a really cool view, like the stairs.
The stairs are great, but you can't get up to the stairs.
Right.
So that's totally inaccessible.
Ladies, put a camera on. You want to take a lesson today?
Is there wheelchair access?
Yes, ma'am. But guess what? That bus take you from here. It will go out on the Empire State Building, Chinatown. You will see the view of the Manhattan Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, and the most important, the skyline for the 9/11 memorial.
So can she get up on top?
And she can walk in the top. Yes.
No, she can't walk. So she'd be stuck in the bottom of the bus?
No, I
We
can't
can
walk.
help her if she wants to be helped.
Oh,
no, but
is
so
there
it
an
only is a ramp
elevator?
and you can't see anything from the bottom though.
Right here, this bus, it don't have no window, yes.
But I can't get to the top level, right? Unless you carry me. I know you're willing to give me a lift,
Lady,
but
you're ready
no.
now. We got everything ready.
But I do prefer an elevator. But thank you so much.
No problem, ma'am. And
Thanks
all
for
these
telling us
buses
about
don't
it.
have no elevator. Maybe I put that thing on a suggestion for this company.
Yeah?
You know, sometimes they have some buses.
Yeah.
Put you all the way down to the high. But this one, they don't have it. They don't want to spend a lot of money to
We'll
do
need
all
to
the
put
crazy
some.
thing.
That's it. You need to put something in the suggestion box.
Ladies,
So
you
what?
already know. So have a beautiful night, but I enjoy it.
Have a good one. Thank you.
The stairs and everything, the double-decker bus, they're all pushing this view. I really like the idea of like getting above it and looking down at the lights. So, you know, I think there's got to be other ways to do that.
I think so too.
I love seeing what's going on, but I also feel like maybe I'd want to GTFO. Okay, let's make a break for it. We're gonna follow Minnie out of here. They're climbing into that thing. That's hysterical.
It was a very altered, reality place, and I don't understand the hype of that spot.
New York is a commercial center, and if you're looking to really like steep yourself in that element of New York, it is there. Times Square is the place for that. Of course, all of our friends who live in the city later told us you went to Times Square. We stay out of Times Square.
Yeah, we avoid Times Square like at all costs.